Okay, let's go ahead and open up that PatrolPath script we just created. And just like we did last week, once again, you guys are going to see some common themes here this month. But this is the scripting heavy month. This is when we're getting all of those cool enemy types, so that we have some other versions of stuff instead of just guys that stand there and whack you when you get close. So at the top up here, next to our first curly bracket, we want to add some space. We're going to add 4 variables. The first one's going to be a public transform array instead of just a transform. So we add the square brackets at the end of the word transform. And then we're going to call this path. So you may remember from our Patrol Simple script, we use these public transforms to go, go from point A to point B. Now we're going to have as many of those points as we want. So rather than having to make a new variable for each one, we use an array to hold multiple. An array is basically just a collection of multiple types of objects, or multiple types of whatever thing we put before the square brackets here. So we have a transform before the square brackets. So that means the path variable is basically like a bucket full of, oops, I accidentally deleted the word path there. It's like a bucket full of a bunch of transforms. So we're going to use that bucket of transforms to then define a pathway along our world. The next variable we're going to add is int path tracker. We're going to set that equal to 0. So what this integer value is going to do is allow us to pick a specific transform out of that bucket. So you can think of all the transforms in that path array, in that path bucket, as having a number or an ID, I suppose you could say, associated with a specific transform. So in this case, the path tracker is going to allow us to keep track of which object in the bucket we're currently walking towards, and then allow us to make sure we go to a different one once we get there. The last two are going to be the same as last week. We're going to add an animator anim and a nav mesh agent. And then, of course, just like last week, we need to add that using Unity Engine.ai to the top there, so that we can access that nav mesh agent class. Once you've got that done, go ahead and save your script.